A dream is only a dream if hard work doesn't follow it. You know, it's as simple as it is. What I'm doing is not magic. It's just like I just don't give up, you know. And I think most people give up when it gets too hard at some point. But I would never give up on this. No worries, bro. That's sick. We can't get that back. It's gold. It was gold. Yeah, I got into acting to escape my reality, if I'm honest. You know, it was a tough upbringing. It wasn't as tough as a lot of others, but you know, we didn't have much, and I aspired to a lot, you know, and that was one of the ways I worked out, like, oh, this could be a way out of my reality at the time. I was a really shy kid, you know. I didn't fare well in rooms with a lot of people, you know. I wasn't that talkative around like my cousins and family and stuff. But when I got on stage and I was playing another character, I came alive. Yeah, there were I guess role models that I could look up to. You know, there were black male actors, a handful, yes. The problem was they didn't come from where I came from. I didn't feel like that they did. They'd been to like the top tier drama schools, you know, they knew Shakespeare, they spoke well. So I just didn't see myself in them. When I really worked out that I wanted to act was seeing Lenny Henry in a movie called Alive and Kicking. For me, it was like to see a black man from the UK that come from where he come from succeed in that way. It gave me a lot of belief. I think the main obstacle for me was representation. You know, you only get that belief you can do something when you're seeing other people already achieving it, right? Especially when you come from where I come from. So it was just about the representation, which is why now acting for me is like 20% of what I'm actually doing. Like the other 80% is being an example, is being that person that I really got to see back in the day. I think now it's just important that we're doing things like this and putting ourselves about and talking about what we do, how we do it, how hard it is sometimes, you know, in order to, you know, to get that little young kid sitting in the kitchen, eating his cornflakes, thinking, I want to be an actor, but never actually taking steps to do it. When they're going to see stuff like this, and it makes them feel like, okay, maybe I can. If we're not giving people an outlet to express themselves in this like sort of creative way, then where are they going to do it? So us, you know, people like Sky Up talking about what they do is so important, because otherwise where are people going to find out how they could do it? Some people don't even know they want to do it. Do you know what I mean? Until like someone starts talking about it. So the way I kept out of trouble a lot of the time when I was young was by being at Sylvia Young on a Saturday, or filming something, or being away doing a radio play, or doing 40 nights on the London Palladium stage as a child, like every evening going to work and perform. That was keeping me away from certain things that I didn't need to be around, you know. Taught me discipline, and taught me a lot of life skills that even if I didn't become an actor, or I didn't become the person I am now, I would have taken a lot away from it. Without young people being involved in arts, I think arts would be pretty stagnant. You know, the fresh ideas come from people who are new to the game, who are not bogged down by tradition and how things are usually done. And I think like the energy that you get from the youth is you know, it's priceless, really. And also, how is our industry going to sustain itself if we're not constantly bringing new people into it? You know, traditionally, this has been quite a closed industry for many, many years. I'm happy to see it opening up now, but there's still more that we can do. I meet some amazing people. And I think that's the best thing about my job, to be honest. There's nothing better than being in a room of like-minded people and having that connection with like-minded people. I was always told from a very early age, the minute you are the smartest in the room, it's time to leave. You know, and I'm constantly the dumbest person in the rooms that I'm in. I know it sounds bad, but it's powerful. Everything I do, I'm doing it because I want to do it and I love it and I enjoy it and it's fun. You know, I think the minute I'm taking it too seriously, it stops working, you know. I have to pinch myself every day. Like, when I go into a film set, still today, I'm the first person to lean over to the actor next to me and go, can you believe this? Like, we're wearing costumes and talking and we're getting paid for it. It's absolutely crazy. It's absurd, you know, but it's just it's like constantly trying to remind yourself where you was, you know, what you're doing now. It's so easy to get into those situations and come into work every day and go, oh, you know, when my coffee was cold and why is my trailer not big enough and whatever. And it's actually none of those things matter. Let the fame and the success, you know, the kind of the celebrity and the money be a byproduct of you getting your head down and focusing on being the best you that you can be. That's the way to be successful, in my opinion. Well, I mean, the reality is things will go wrong. There's no doubt about it. It's never going to be smooth sailing. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. And I guess the only thing I could say to people when they are in those situations is embrace it. It's one thing I've learned of being where I am now, is that without the lows, I would never have grown. You know, I would not be the person I am today, sitting here today, if I hadn't had those terrible experiences that I've had in my life. It's cliche, but turning those negatives into positives is always what it's about. And when you feel pain and when you feel like this is too hard, just know you're growing. You know, when it's easy, you're not moving anywhere. It's when I'm on a job and I go home in the evening and I go, oh my God, I am crap. I am not a good actor. This director doesn't like me, whatever. Then I'm starting to work out ways how to be better. You know, I'm pushing myself forward. And you get to the end of that project and you feel like you've really accomplished something because you've grown. I think the best piece of advice I was given was to be of service. Be of service to others. I think it's so easy in this game to get so caught up in, you know, you're the guy, you're getting all the work and, you know, you're the number one and all of this stuff. And actually that isolation doesn't lead to anything great, if I'm honest with you. Connection is the key. And the minute that you're focusing on what someone else is doing and how you can help them or serve them, you're out of your own head. And that's really important. In general, all right, let me say, the worst piece of advice I've been given, and this is more of a generalization, because it's happened throughout my career, has been when someone says, you can't do that. Saying it now is probably the best advice I've been given, because I never listen to it, and it motivates me to do great things. Case in point, I asked to direct an episode of Bulletproof, which is a show I did for Sky, and an episode of Top Boy, which is a show I did for Netflix. And I was told, no, you can't do it. You're not experienced enough, and we're not giving you that responsibility. And that, to me, was like amazing to hear. I was like, now I'm gonna prove you wrong. And here we sit, you know? Right, taboo. Yeah, it's the wrong thing to say to me. The reality is, right, that when some people say to you, you can't do something, you might not be able to do it. You really might not be able to do it, you know, and they might be saying it from like a good place. But I would say don't go to your grave without trying it yourself. So you know that for yourself. The worst thing that you can do is go to bed at night and go, I wish I did that, but that person told me not to. You know, you want to go to bed and go, I was terrible at that, but at least I did it. There's loads, but I would say don't worry about the lows. Yeah, I've had some low points, man. I spent time in prison in my heyday, you know, when I was at like one of the peaks of my career. I had a lot of children early on. You know, I've got 8 kids, and I've been doing this with a lot of kids, you know, to support and take care of. A lot of people from the outside looking in would say that those were the worst things that I could do as a youngster. But like I said in the beginning, they've shaped me and made me the person that I am. So I wouldn't say to people, go out and make the mistakes I made. That's not the blueprint. But, you know, let your journey be its own, and understand that every part of it was written for you. It's meant to be that way. It's difficult to take on, because when you're in the depths of like depression and the stuff going wrong, it's hard to see that. But it will pass, you know, and once you get through that threshold of pain, on the other side, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Lovely. Guys,
Thank you.
We're good. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Well done, all.
Well done.
Good, man.